Hey guys, it's Nate, aka The Foot Accountant. Welcome back to the channel. It may be the end of FC26 with all eyes towards FC27, but the motion that FC26 has right now is setting records. I want to discuss why I think so many people are playing FC26 right now and provide you with some of the specific actual numbers from EA developers themselves that I learned today. Not just looking at the numbers that have been tweeted out online. Guys, the number of people that are playing this game right now is astounding. So we're going to talk about that. Plus, today's a huge day for FC27 news as I'll get to share with you guys some of what I've learned after playing FC27 myself today on stream. I don't get to play the game today on stream, but we will be having a live interview stream for a short period on the Twitch channel with one of the EA developers talking about all of the new features that are going to be released today to the public on FC27. The gameplay pitch notes are coming out today, so we're going to be discussing that. And of course, in today's video as well, we'll look forward to Footy's team number 2 a little bit and how we don't have many leaks for that yet. But of course, we'll take a look at today's content as well. There's a whole lot to discuss, guys. If you're excited for this one, drop a thumbs up on it. And of course, subscribe to the channel if you are new. Now, we're going to cover yesterday's content first, of course, which I'm really just catching up on at the moment because of all the other things going on in Vancouver for us who are looking at FC27. But we got a left behind left back Evo yesterday. This one doesn't necessarily make the most meta left back in your team, in your club. It does not boost pace, and it also doesn't really boost physical. So you take a look at a Marcelo card here who has 96 pass, 97 dribble, and 95 defending, and it's a very usable card. And there's some other cards that come out of this that already have a good physical or a pace stat, like this Teo Hernandez. He's been one of the most popular cards through this Evo. I mean, 95 shooting, guys, that's crazy. Like, look at the state of that card. 93 and above in every single stat category. I think the Cancelo card is going to look ridiculous as well. Oh my goodness, yeah, that's a really crazy card. So for 50,000 coins, going to 4 playstyle pluses if you're not there already, you know what? It could be said that it is a good Evo. I wish that the pace boost and the physicality boost was a little bit higher, or at least for the pace boost, I wish there was one for 50,000 coins. But at this point in time as well, it's just about creating fun cards through these Footies Evos. So if you do find a card that's worth your 50,000 coins in that one, then absolutely go ahead and do it. Some of the Evos that are showing up on Footbin and related to this left behind Evo are just crazy. Evos at the moment, like we've been talking about, are, you know, kind of clear over the SBC content, which is crazy because we're talking about Footies with the upgrade pack grind, but that is kind of where we're at right now on this game. Now, I want to go to SBCs, and I have a funny story to share with you guys about SBCs as well. Let's start with that. Guys, yesterday when the content dropped, Barbara Lopez was released as an SBC, and I was literally eating lunch with Ozio, and I told him, Barbara Lopez SBC was just dropped, and he was shocked. He was like, no way, EA dropped the card, and then he's got 99 physical, and it was hilarious, because this is one of the cards that Ozio has been evoing this year. If you guys watch his streams at all, it's kind of one of his Ultimate Team legends from FC26 with Evos. But 5'4" with 5-star skills, 4-star weak foot. I mean, the 99 physical is cool. Definitely not lengthy, right? Not lengthy because of the height requirement for the women's players, but it's still a fun SBC and fully customizable and pretty cheap as well, coming in at only 1 squad and a price of 29,000 coins. Even though it's not the most meta, it's more of a fun one. We've got a couple more SBCs leaked that are not yet released. We'll talk about those today because that should be a part of content. But the best part of content yesterday was a bit of an upgrade to the packs, right? The 87x7, better than an 85x5. Now, I haven't obviously done any of these yet, but I will say, not a huge fan that there's 2 Team of the Week, Team of the Season, or Festival Football players required in this. That just, again, makes it a little bit more annoying to do 2 Team of the Week packs to get this one 87x7 open. But of course, it is nice that it's 7 players now in this and not just 5 like it previously was inside of the 87x5 SBC. Also, we have the 95 plus Festival of Football or Footies Team 1 pick. So this changed in terms of what players you can get from it. And I'm just using my dupe storage right now to complete these SBCs. We're going to open this one real quick. I do hope, of course, Actually, did it? Yeah, right there. There's my answer. I was going to say, does it include icons? Do I have a chance? It's lot time. The answer is no, but a 95 plus festival of football or footies. I wouldn't mind actually if it was a festival of football card, but let's rip this open because honestly, this was the best SBC yesterday for 61,000 coins. Very, very easy to craft from our clubs. It is a must completo SBCO in my opinion. Let's see what we get. It's a 1 of 4 options. Koulibaly, Kubarsi, Saibari, and Micah Richards. Okay, so all 4 playstyle plus cards for what we can customize. I mean, I'm just going to go with Saibari because it's kind of unique, but that was not that great. Let me open this 2 of 3 85 plus pick as well. I say it's not that great. It's not, but like still, you want to do the SBC because it is very easy to do, and it's a cheeky, cheap, fun one. Now, there was some other news yesterday kind of related to what we talked about in the YouTube video yesterday about the API access and kind of the import your club situation that is coming back for FC26 right now in the end game stages, and then of course into FC27 as well. Footbin, the GOATs, have been authorized as a partner to use the FC Community API as well. And of course, that means that we'll be able to use that here with Footbin. We'll be able to upload our club, see a whole bunch of the stats, the tactics, and everything that this new API access is going to bring us right now, and then what it could bring us in the future with the whole bunches of possibility and potential releases that could be a part of this, just to make our Ultimate Team experience even better using these websites. We will of course be looking forward to that in FC27, but it does work right now. So if you want to go get that linked up and going, it is going to start working. Actually, I don't know if it's truly working on Footbin yet, but the API connection is working, I should say. So be on the lookout for some more news related to that from Footbin very, very soon. But I just want to get into the conversation straight away today, guys. The real news yesterday in the FC community was this tweet and tweets just like this. FC26 just hit another all-time high on Steam for the number of concurrent users and basically just people playing this game. 159,000, 160,000, somewhere in there, live players on Steam only. That's a decent number, right? And this is one of the charts that we use in the community to kind of gauge how many people are playing the game. You can see that as the last kind of like few months or have gone, you see the drop off, right? I mean, actually, you know what? That's just in the last couple of days. In the last week, actually, it was. That's how much it's gone up. But there was a drop off, of course, before the World Cup. Even during the World Cup, I think some of these numbers dipped. But now afterwards, because of a few different things, these numbers are going super duper high. And this is where I want to interject with some really exclusive numbers about FC26, because that Steam number of players is so small. When I mentioned that number to the EA developer, he laughed because he was like, this is how many players are actually playing the game. Guys, listen to this. He proceeded to tell me that 9.8 million daily active users was the peak number that was hit in this last month. I think it was in the month of July or late June, one of the two. That is insane. Of course, console has got a large user base compared to PC. And of course, even when you're playing on PC, Steam is not the only place to play FC. You can obviously get it through the EA app and stuff like that. So 9.8 million daily active users was hit at one point in this last month. And there was also a stat that was just hit that was 800,000 live players in pro clubs. You know, when you go into pro clubs and it tells you that number of how many people are online, 800,000 was the peak number that was hit also in a recent time period as well. Now, why are so many people playing FC at a time of the year where it's usually not that exciting as we're getting ready for next year's iteration of the game and everything that comes with that? Well, I think there's obviously a couple things that are contributing to this. The first thing would be the World Cup. Casuals and hardcores alike are seeing, hearing, watching, living football. That's what this past month has been with the World Cup. And what do you want to do when you see that? You want to experience football continuously after the World Cup is over. I think that's one of the reasons why a lot of people are on the game right now, because during the World Cup, you know, maybe there's less motivation to actually play the game because you're just watching games constantly, and that's what the content, football content that you're feeling and you're seeing, and that's what's hype. Like, that's kind of what you're tuning into. Now, you just had all this football hype from the World Cup. it's over, but you still want that football fix, And what do? Well, you go into this game, which is free to play right now on Amazon Prime. I think that's actually one of the biggest pieces of information that I know that would impact the number of players getting on this game. It's free to play on Amazon Prime. We've talked about that in our social medias recently, and it's heavily discounted elsewhere. Plus, it's Footies, a very recognizable promo that kind of shows the end game. People come to know about promos, right? They know, oh, team of the year, team of the season, Black Friday with Thunderstruck. There's like an expectation that is there. Same thing with Footies. Footies is the time where it's like, okay, it's silly season. I maybe haven't played FC in a long time, but I can log on and get crazy cards, have these pink cards. Like there's an expectation that comes with a promo like this. And I think a lot of people have really good memories of Footies of years past. I think we all do because it's been that fun endgame promo. And they come back on for the end of the game just because it's easy and fun. It's not to say the game is crazy successful. Like we've had an interesting year of FC 26 this year. I think it's been good and bad at the same time. Like it's been a mix, right? There's been plenty of times where it feels like content has kind of fallen off, where it feels like the game is dead. There's been more of those comments this year than ever before. But now with the other circumstances that you put into play with the World Cup, like this is a byproduct of the situation. People wanting to play the game more because football is just, well, literally, quite literally on the world stage for the tournament that only happens every 4 years. But I mean, if you're honest, EA is trying to hope that this momentum can carry into FC 27 as well. That's going to be the really interesting thing. And maybe that is why you're seeing some of these tweets right here where the pre-orders for the FC 27 Ultimate Edition have already been popping off. Like, I don't know where this stat is coming from. I think there was a link down below here of like how these guys are getting, the PlayStation Store, you click best selling for each category. Like that's crazy that the Ultimate Plus Edition surpassed GTA 6 in the best-selling category on PlayStation in a lot of countries. So that's just a crazy, crazy stat. So obviously that means there's a lot of hype for FC 27 and just for football in general because of, the World Cup. And I do think EA is kind of profiting off of that, but also just garnering a lot of hype off that and like very smartly kind of piggybacking off of the World Cup, if you were to say like that. But still, it's just kind of wild to hear what we hear on social media sometimes about the game being this, that, and the other, and terrible this, that, and the other, and then actually look at some of the numbers and it's like, wow, it's actually popping off. But I will say it's definitely popping off in a casual aspect more than it is like for most of you guys watching this video, like a hardcore aspect, because again, the game is free to play or super discounted. And again, you have a whole bunch of new football fans across the world, specifically in North America, that are going to go into this game now with a new lens. Maybe they didn't want to play football games before or soccer games before because they didn't really watch the sport or understand it, and now they've watched the World Cup and it makes sense. So I just wanted to kind of bring that up today and talk about that because I find that really, really interesting when it comes to the number of people playing this game at the moment. And also, guys, we got to talk about the next game, okay? Well, first of all, before we get into like FC 27 stuff, we don't have any leaks for Footies Team 2 yet. I thought we were going to, man. I don't know. We got more leaks about FC 27 than Footies Team 2. And with a whole bunch of news coming out today surrounding FC 27, I wouldn't be surprised if that continued. Maybe we don't get the leaks for Team 2 of Footies until towards the end of the week. Maybe we'd actually be surprised for once on our promo Friday when the promo team comes out and it's cards that we didn't know were going to be in it. I doubt that's going to happen, but I just find it really interesting that the leaks are so late for this promo right now. But of course, the leaks for FC 27 have already started to come out. This is not like a leak that, oh my goodness, we're getting gameplay notes today. No, EA confirmed that we are getting the gameplay deep dive for FC 27. Today, I'll be able to finally talk about some of the stuff that I've experienced while playing this game, and we'll be able to show some of the exclusive footage behind the scenes of discussions that I've had with different EA developers. We're going to have a stream today, like I mentioned, right around the content drop time, just a smidge before, where I won't be able to be on FC 26 or 27, but what I will do is just be able to talk through everything that we learned from the pitch notes that'll be coming out today. Now, some of this stuff has already been leaked, and I'm not going to confirm or deny that I already know some of this. But, gameplay notes, defending, reduced AI. I mean, some of the stuff was already leaked, let's be honest. The reduced AI thing, the new curved runs, offside avoidance, the new corner kicks, which when that was first leaked, it was like, wait, are they just doing Arsenal tactics in FC27? That was leaked as well. Off dribbling. Players with high agility, balance, and dribbling attributes are able to continue dribbling when they're knocked off balance. There's that. And then there's this one that's the triggered and curved run. So I cannot add to this as I would like to because, we'll be able to talk about that after today and on the stream. But that is what has been leaked so far about FC27 and the gameplay deep dive. So we're going to have to keep a close eye out to see what else we learned today. And I'm really, really, really interested to see the videos. You know how they show like the blue and red kind of test bed, like testing footage to like really give you an idea of how it's changing. I think there's a lot of that is happening today as well to really compare some of the changes for FC26 to FC27 in a good way. So we're going to have to see how things feel and how things look after today. But of course, we also got to talk about today's content on a Wednesday, which, what's the honest truth here about content today? Well, we're going to be getting an SBC player. It's probably going to be the Hansen bronze card upgraded to a 95 rated footies, or the Shirton Lieb women's Barca player. Those are the last two footies SBCs that have been leaked that we have not seen yet. And then, of course, we are going to be having as well a new Evo. And, those get leaked sometimes before content, sometimes they don't. We had a paid one yesterday, probably a free one today. Speaking of Evos, the Mr. Nonchalant Evo does expire today, so just double check that you don't want to put anybody into this and get a stats boost with the 4th playstyle plus, because it does not take you above 95 rated, which is actually pretty cold, because the upgrade that this does give is pretty good. And then, a 95 rated card you can still Evo in multiple different areas of this game right now. So daily Evo, check, we know it's going to be coming. Daily SBC player, check, we know that's going to be coming. Other than that, we probably will have a new player pick today. A guaranteed footies pack, or it should be a player pick. A guaranteed footies player pick should hopefully be a part of the content today. But let's be honest, I want to pack Zlatan. I want to pack the footies icons. So if there was a chance that it would include the icons or heroes today, that would actually be the most interesting to me over just having the regular footies cards in it. So we will have to see. I'm going to guess it's not going to have the icons and heroes, but let's hope that it does. And I do think I'm going to open the 600k pack right now because we have coins, and of course we're trying to pack Zlatan. But I do think we could get more tradable packs in store today, and that's why I want to end off the video by taking a quick look at the market. But that is a footies icon or a hero we could have cooked. Striker, England, icon, double icon walkout. I don't know who that is. Oh, Rooney, B-Zlatan, footies, a Billy. Dang, man. Frick, that's actually a duplicate as well. But you know what? We tried. Are there still player picks in this that would include the icons potentially as well? Suarez, Rooney, Mbappe. Look at all those dupes, man. Yeah, 96 plus footies player pick. I think this includes the icons in it. Maybe, let's see. Hector Bellerin, Gelson Martins. Ha! Bruh. Yep, it does include the icons. 2 Abilis, 1 pack. All right, send that to the club. 600,000 coins. Let's rip it again. Yep. But what I'm saying is, if you have any of these footies cards that you have potentially evoed, maybe since it is a Wednesday, it would be worth removing the evos and selling that card, and we would expect to see these drop if we do get tradable store packs, because that has been a theme every single Wednesday. And actually, before we open this other pack, same thing with like a Zlatan, same thing with like a Maradona. Like maybe you think about selling one of those cards as well, because they would get supplied a bit more if there was to be a tradable store pack that was dropped today. So I'd be very careful there. I am still holding on to, but probably will be selling soon, all these 99 rated cards that have just been flying. Look at Pedro Porro, 1.3 million coins. Marino is 780k. I sold the Nico Williams yesterday for 950. That was nuts. Mikel Oyarzabal is 700,000 coins as well. Unfreaking believable how expensive those cards have gotten. But I'm probably going to cash out on those, take my profits today, in Vancouver, which just feels crazy to make profit at EA's headquarters. But just because before we get to Footy's team 2, I want to have my coins out of those. That's really the reasoning that I have there. Okay, last pack. Another 600,000 coin pack. We are not getting a Footy's icon, unfortunately. Still, we have a chance in the pick, though. That is going to be Xherdan Shaqiri and then Joe Bellingham for Dortmund. So I'm going to skip that. Wearing the USMNT kit in real life today. Same as the one that's in the game there you saw. Yeah, Bellingham and Shaqiri, Bruno, Lewandowski, okay. And then 96 plus Footy's pick, Zlatan Miup. Perisic, Insigne, and Ethan Mbappe. All right, well, you know what? That's 1.2 mil coins down the drain. But we tried. We tried. That would have been absolutely nuts if we would have packed an Mbappe here in Vancouver. Or sorry, a Zlatan. That would have been absolutely crazy. But I got to get some SBCs done. And I'm way behind on the penalty kick mode and, of course, on the gauntlet as well. So those are things that must be done. And then, of course, guys, keep a close eye out today for FC27 news. And keep a close eye out for Footy's Team 2, because I'm sure maybe there will be leaks like late today. We'll have to see, guys. Anyways, that's going to be the video for me today. If you did enjoy, drop a thumbs up on it. Comment down below if you have any questions, and subscribe if you're new. And I will see you in the Twitch stream today on the channel. Appreciate you guys. See you later. Peace out.